I think I did it.
Okay, so we're going to talk about engaging the open guard from a seated position. And this is really important at every belt level because it's difficult to transition when you're a gi player to no gi without the grips, right? We don't have a collar and sleeve, so we need definitive grips we can use to engage. And when I'm engaging off my back in no gi, I want to stay connected without exposing the openings, right? I don't want my opponent to be able to put me in a guillotine or knee slice me or whatever. So we're going to talk about how to engage correctly with low risk. And like I said, I want to make it really clear to you guys what gripping sequences to use that are going to be available versus which ones not to use. So if I have Kingston standing in a standing position and we're in no gi, one of the things that I want to make sure is that my posture is forward. Okay? If my posture is back, it's going to be very easy for him to flip me and pick my feet up. And now I'm in a defensive position. I can attack from here, and he's in an offensive position. So when we're engaging, I want to be leaning over, and I'm always fighting my hands. Notice my hands are actually in front of my feet. Anytime Kingston goes to touch me or grab my feet, I'm going to create connection to him, and now it's going to be difficult for him to move around. What I don't want is to be leaning back where I don't have any balance or posture. Okay? So we're going to stay connected to our base. Our elbows are going to stay inside, especially when we start to engage into shin on shin. If your elbows are open, it's going to be easy for him to get underhooks and just knee cut across. And we don't want that, right? One of the things we run into is if he's disengaging from me, if he's just kind of coming forward and pushing me and then backing away, anytime he touches me, I'm going to have a grip. Okay, so if he touches my shoulder, I should be able to go 2-on-1, and I'm going to connect my finger and thumb right below the thumb, right where the wrist is, okay? I'm going to take my other hand and I'm just going to sandwich it over. And now I've got a connection. So if Kingston tries to back away from me, I can make connection to the feet. And that's what we're looking to do, okay? So from this position, I'm leaning forward, my elbows are in, and when he makes contact with me, we connect to that wrist. Elbows stay in. If he tries to back away, he pulls me to him. And look at the little hook I'm going to make. Now, if Kingston was more squared up, if his feet were squared, I would go double toe. Okay? And that's a very good way to get him to move. But because he has a wrestling stance, when he makes that contact, I'm connecting and then scooting, and I'm making a hook with my front leg. So you notice I'm going the same side, making that hook, and then I'm going to drag this arm across. So we're going arm across the body, and then we're connecting to shin on shin. When I make this connection, I want to be sure I'm not opening up this big space, because Kingston will underhook and he'll get knee cut, right? And I've given him an easy pass option. We don't want to do that. What we want to do when we make this connection, if I'm leaning forward, I connect to the wrist, I make my hook, and I pull the arm across, and then I'm making a fist. When I connect his knee to me, I'm bringing my head very tightly. Okay, I don't want space. I don't want space where he can underhook, and I don't want space where he can guillotine. If he does guillotine, we can talk about how we roll underneath to defend it. But when I make this hook, I'm going to bring this knee to my chest. Okay, look how I hide my head, and then I'm always making a connection to this far leg. For today, we're just going to grab around the ankle, and I'm going to use a Lego grip. Right? Some of you guys teach kids class. That's the terminology is Lego. Okay, so I'm just going to Lego grip. From this position, we want to hold really tight. What I don't want is for Kingston to be able to cut his knee to my hip or across. And so my fist on this side is going to stop him. This is a wedge to stop his knee from cutting to the knee slice. Now, a lot of people are going to try to knee slice you, and that's okay. Right? This is kind of anti-knee slice position because the second he brings his weight in, we're able to rotate it. Okay? Make sure to push that one. Yeah, no, throw your hand. Anytime he tries to bring the weight forward, when I'm in tight, and he tries to knee cut, go ahead, knee cut close, lift here, and we're going to get to our position. All right. So I want us to work on this entry first, and then we're going to get to single leg X and X foot. Remember, when we're here, my hands are in front of my feet, and I'm protecting and grabbing my legs. And as he posts, we're going to catch. We're going to connect that thumb and wrist. Right? Elbows are in. When he tries to pull away, he takes a flip, and we make our first hook. Now I'm going to drag the arm across, and we can talk about going 2-on-1 in a second. But I'm just going to drag the arm across and make my connection really tight. Remember, I'm using my knuckles on my thumb to block this knee. Secondary hand connects, and then I want you to try it one more time and switch with your partner. Okay? So we're just going to work the entry, and then we're going to work the sweep. 1, 2, 3.